So is everybody ready to examine where you guys have left off? You got away from the friendly salamanders, got to get a good bunch of meat, and now you continuing onward. Enjoyed some blasphemous cooking. I don't know who did that piss poor job of cooking, but hopefully they do better next time. I'm kidding. The luck was just not on his side. The die do not like you.
Apparently. I don't like my cooking.
But yes, you guys are now going to be exploring outward. You found a couple of roads snapped from the cold weather, along with a dragging of a tree that might have been recently chopped down in the past few weeks. Could be earlier, could be later. Right now, the sun seems to be agreeing with you. It's a little bright out, partially cloudy, so it's a little shady. And here you guys are.
Scouting out.
Yep, first order of business, grab everything we put down. Make sure that the place is cleaner than how we found it. And get ready to march out.
Pretty sure I dropped my bow during the. No, I don't even remember. I'm pretty sure I picked up my bow.
Ghostini, you think you're being as stealthy as Tonk is?
Yeah, no, I am not stealthy. I have proficiency in stealth, but that clanky armor.
You can always just take it off, just saying.
Maybe if I learn to be a barbarian and get that unarmored defense.
Ow. Stupid twigs, they're everywhere.
I'd be more worried about the yellow snow out there.
Oh yeah, that does remind me. You guys are in the, what is it? Gotta go find it. This one? I did finally publish the yearly calendar for my world. You guys are in Slowthaw, the last month of winter. And,
Cool.
and I also have the moon cycles out for where you're at currently. So I thought you would enjoy that knowledge.
Sounds to me like we're going to need to prepare some weapons that can deal ice damage.
So yeah, I did want to bring that up at least. So, what are you guys thinking about doing? You're about a 3-day trip from home back up north. And the snow is not being as thick as it used to be during this winter.
Is there nothing of interest here?
Do I see anything where I'm at?
What skill would you like to use for that? You can get as creative as you want. Well, since you're right there, you're stealthy, you're usually paying attention to the ground, you only notice a small bit of a smearing red stain.
Tracks for more food. Potentially cookable food that is easy to not burn.
You want to track more stuff.
I'm gonna come over to Ghostini. I want to go ahead and check out the blood. Would that be a nature, or I think that'd be a nature, right? Not medicine, or would it be survival?
Did she tell you about the blood?
Would I not have been able to see it?
Not from the distance we were at. Especially if it's among the roots.
Oh, it's on the roots? I thought it was more on the snow.
Are they beasts of any form? And
Wait, shit. I just fucking realized.
What kind of beasts are you going to be looking for, Ghostini?
animal handling. What Are they beasts of any kind? One, are they beasts? Two, big, small, edible meat? Or are they all feathers and wings with no meat? The chicken bone of feathers that have no meat on the little wing, right? Or is the big old beefy ham bone?
Uh,
If I can make a suggestion, Costini,
Yes.
look around you. Make a perception. See if you can find any tracks.
with that 7 in animal handling, you're seeing some fresh tracks behind you. And they're kind of like leading up to the tree. They might have gone up the tree before it got chopped down. They might have been envisioning the tree in some way.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that one more time, Echo?
You see small little tracks. Maybe of a small person, could be of a rather medium-sized animal. Could be belonging to a gnome, maybe. As they lead up onto the tree and they just stop. With that nat 1 in animal handling.
Oh, by the way, if I start echoing through my microphone, let me know and I'll mute my mic.
Turn back to the party. And
Somebody's here. I'll be right back.
with a hand flat on my eyebrows. Hand laying flat above the eyebrows.
Okie dokie. There's the scouting.
Is Rocky outside? Is Rocky outside?
Alright, cool. Dan looks over at you, Gostini, and nods. And he'll then move forward along with his mule and cart.
Beans is moving forward.
Yep. And I'll make a perception, see if I see anything different than you do.
Put my hand over.
Ah, really? Wow.
Quiet.
Oh, here, puppy dogs.
Mine were barking too. Wasn't sirens. They weren't howling.
Alrighty, what are you looking for, Ken?
I'm looking around this area. Since Gostini pointed out that there's no danger, but an obviously cut down tree means either people are nearby or something of intelligent or above average intelligence is here and using supplies or the environment for their benefit. I'm just taking in the area and noting down information that we might see.
As you're looking around, are you studying the tree or are you looking around the tree? Let's start with that.
I'll look around the tree first, see if there's any like little details that I can pick up, and then I'll look at the tree itself.
Well, starting with around the tree, you notice there are 2 wagon tracks, a little faded. They're not fresh, but they do lead away.
Okay. If I may do a survival check to see how old they are, comparing the weather that we recently encountered, see if more snow has been put on these, or if no snow, which would deteriorate, which would lessen the chance of me actually knowing how long these tracks have been left. Is that okay with you, Eto?
Yep, go ahead and roll that survival. Let me get out my die. There hasn't been any snowfall in the last couple of weeks, is what you can tell. These tracks a little deteriorated, a little dust and snow has gotten into them. They're only about an inch deep. They could have been much deeper when this ground is wet. But they are clearly pulling off. A couple of the ropes have snapped. And you also do notice a little blood around the roots. Something could have attacked, or they could have just snagged themselves on a branch or something of the tree. It's kind of dried blood around the roots at the base.
Alright, so dried blood. I pointed at Ghostini since she's right next to me. Did you see this?
You have common, Ghostini.
Does it look human?
I'm sorry, I can't help but laugh on that one.
What skill do you think would help you determine that it might be human or inhuman blood?
Nature.
Roll me nature.
It look natural.
Yep, roll me nature.
That's a valid point because it could be
Yes or
blue blood.
no.
Yeah.
It's either a natural beast or a non-natural.
Yeah, and that's very valid. Go ahead and give me a nature roll. That what is expected.
And if I can roll a medicine, since I can kind of, being a chef, I know like how long blood stays in liquid form before it coagulates. Is that possible?
Yeah, give me a medicine roll. You and Ghostini are gonna work together on this.
Go.
Well, let's take Ghostini's 18. Well, an 18, and with a little help from Ken, you do notice this is more humanoid blood, but you can't tell if it's elven, dwarven, human. Pretty much the non-additional features on a standard human person. So yes, it is very natural blood.
I look back to the party and I wave them to come forward. That way I can point this out to them. And I'll just point at the blood and say, "Be careful. We don't know if this was an attack or something might have just injured itself, or who knows. So just be advised. Keep your eyes open for any threats around us."
Can I ask insects to find an injured human nearby?
Of course you can. How do you want to do this? What skill do you think will help you find these, like trying to guide your insects over towards this objective?
That's a very good question.
You can use any skill for any activity, you just have to make the argument for it.
Well, animal handling, since they are animals, and trying to communicate with them and ask them to do a certain thing for me.
Sounds good to me. Roll me animal handling. Ooh, an 18. You're able, because the insects live inside of you, you're able to conjure your pheromones in a very distinct way. What simple command are you giving your insects? Go ahead and roleplay it out.
I'm gonna stare at. I'm assuming a swarm is like forming in front of me, correct? Or is it just one insect? I don't know. Like how does this play out? I don't know. Like is it one insect? Is it multiple insects?
What would you like for it? It can be a nice small swarm of insects going towards the blood and then going outward as you try to wait for a pheromone or something saying that they found something. It could be one insect trying to relay. It all depends on you.
I am going to point to the blood. And I'm going to go find source. I'm going to shoo them away.
Alrighty. Is Ghostini or Keno Beans or Volo going to say anything about insects coming out of pee-pee, and then just they're obeyed him.
Bloodhound bugs.
Petey is just having a ball.
What do you want to do, Tonk? Come on up here. What would you like to get done?
Let's see. Pop. See, they've already analyzed the blood. They believe it's humanoid. I want to check out those ropes.
How do you want to check out the ropes? What are you doing
do
to
they
the...
look like? Do they look like they snapped or were they cut?
Oh, make an argument for a skill? Tell me the skill and let's get to rolling. Let's make sure it works. The players are more or less in control. I'm just here to help you describe the world based on what you roll.
I believe it'd be a perception check because that makes the most sense. You're trying
Alright.
to see how something happened.
Or investigation, either way.
It could also be insight, saying I want to very slowly inspect. I want to insight on how this might have snapped or got torn. You could use charisma, trying to encourage one of your allies to investigate it better, too. So yes, you can get as creative as you wish. But yeah,
Like that
go ahead and roll me perception.
Right. Well, it's only a 10 plus 6. God damn it, so.
Yeah, and the dice gods are not with you right now. You notice that this has... You notice the rope is more ruffled at the end, not a clean cut, with the twists slowly coming undone. This could be from handmade rope rather than industrial. So, it could have been cut poorly, it could have been snapped off, the cold weather could have came into play. There's too many variables to necessarily cut it down to one thing.
I'd like to test the tensile strength of the rope by trying to rip it in half with my own strength.
And how does the party want to help Tonk as you see him investigating this rope? Why he's getting this idea?
Ken will look over at Tonk and be like, find anything useful?
Trying to see what happened with this rope. It looks frayed. Can't quite determine how it happened. Want to see how strong this stuff was.
Alright, well, I believe in you, Inspiration.
Awesome. Go ahead and roll me that strength check. You're easily able to rip it apart. It could have been... It's rather deteriorated, being laying here in the snow and dirt. It was definitely handmade.
See, you didn't even need my inspiration for that.
Never hurts to have it.
Yep.
Oh, this rope. Can't say this rope was too finely crafted, like ripped like that. But who knows how long it's been here.
Yeah, bring it over. We could probably use it for fibers.
Yes, I agree. I wonder if it's plant-based fibers or animal-based fibers. So,
Taste it.
a whole lot of weaving, but there are differences on the amount. I don't know how to use either one, but I know there are differences.
I shall bring the rope over to the rest of them. Bob.
Alright.
Who wants to give it a taste test?
How heavy was it carrying it over?
It was no issue for you're a person who can just easily rip it. The 35 length and rope. How do you want to inspect the rope?
What are we looking at, maybe?
Anything Volo would like to do to inspect the rope? Or maybe someone else in the party.
Why doesn't the chef give it a taste? See, it was animal fiber.
Sure, I don't mind. I'll grab one of the parts that you already tore off, and I'll put it in my mouth. Nom, 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 nom.
How do you want to check the material for the rope, Volo? Yes, but how? What skill are you thinking about using?
Hey,
Oh yeah, no. Roll me a Constitution check. Gee, you're tasting things.
yep. I was actually gonna ask if I could do a cooking check in case I might have tasted this before.
Okay, roll me your chef's tools, and Volo, roll me nature.
This is not better.
God, a 2 with a +9. That hurts.
Tell me about it.
Volo, this looks more like a fiber bait. It's a fiber, not fiber. Thatch. It's more of a thatched based rope. It looks like they've taken tree, stretched it apart, and slowly twisted it together. And you see Ken here eating it, and he thinks it tastes more like straw. He might have got curious while in the kobold cave when horses came by. You never know.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
Probably ate the horses too.
Not really. It's very flat. I think they might have gotten this off of poison ivy. Yeah, this is definitely not taste like regular straw. Yeah. Is my tongue swelling? Yes, I think I hear the silence. I guess my tongue is swelling. Oh, poo.
I don't know what your tongue is supposed to look like.
Like that?
I
Yes.
don't know. Put it back in your mouth and see how it feels.
I don't want to taste it. No poison ivy. No, stop it. Stop it. And it waves his little hands at you. No, stop it. No.
Tastes like straw, huh? I wonder, is it flammable?
Technically, everything can be flammable.
Including him.
And I wonder if we could prepare it back to its long form to where it'd be a nice little fiery line to a big boom trapping area of whatever we encounter.
Oh, how do you want to light it on fire, or do you want to save it for later?
Yes, save it for later.
Drying it out before you put it on fire.
I'm gonna go ahead and make a medicine check on Keno Beans. Is that what I actually forget? Is that your character name too, or?
Yeah, Kennel Beans is the name of the character.
Okay. Okay, where's my medicine?
You're-
I want to make a medicine check on you.
Roll me
Okay.
medicine. God, rolls are not good for anyone today.
I don't know. That's a 10 with a +2. That's pretty good in my opinion.
It numbers wise.
Well, in my medical, as far as my medical degree goes, I think you're dying. You got like 5 days left. That's my
I just
professional
set the
opinion.
world on fire. Gotta make the most of it.
How would you like us to cook you after your death?
Boiled.
Boiled?
Yes.
I would thought you would have gone something like slow roasted on open fire, but okay.
Nah, not worthy of that.
We should take this rope with us. It could
Oh,
come in
I'm not
handy
100% agreeing on this.
for a nice little fuse. Boom, boom, boom.
Would anybody else like to check this guy's tongue. In my professional opinion, he's dying.
All right.
But I'm not all. But I'm not really that good in medicine.
You heard Tonk, who's more great at wielding a big weapon, think the friend is dying with a swollen tongue. Does anyone want to make sure of his findings? All right, roll me medicine. Let's make sure.
That one, come on, and that one.
Oh, nat 20.
The opposite.
With a nat 20, you know his tongue is just a little bit swollen from tasting the unknown fibers. There's a slight cut on his tongue. It could carry something inside of it. It might give him... He won't know for a couple days from now. But it's something to watch out for in case he catches a fever from an unknown rope that's been lying in the mud and snow for a few days.
Oh god.
Yes, he's definitely dying.
Hey, I'm dying. Oh, no. Oh, might as well get you to the phone before I die. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. You know, this happened last time I had slaw. It probably stuck in my teeth, or maybe something like cut my tongue. Probably good to wash it off way back.
Honestly, I'm surprised with how willing you were to stick something off the floor into your mouth.
I mean, I've had the love. I'll go ahead and grab my canteen of water and take a couple of swigs and clean out my mouth.
And just roll me a con check, please, as you wash out your mouth. Alrighty. Nothing happens. You're able to easily disinfect and sanitize your own mouth. Nothing happens.
Yes, whoosh, 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 whoosh. Ah! Ooh. Well, okay, but that's getting better now. How do I sound? Better?
About the same.
Nah, yeah. I heard a better and the same, so I'll take the average. But I'm still dying in 5 days. Got it.
Just
All
a
right,
reminder. Okay, so, I talked with him. He said if he dies, he wants to be boiled. Everyone heard that, right?
How do you want to be cooked?
If I were to die, how would I want to be cooked? That is a good question. Well, I'm a very lean creature, so you'd probably need to slow cook my body.
So over an open fire. Got it. Alrighty, well.
That probably wouldn't help. That probably wouldn't hurt.
Anything else we can gather from around here? I believe we still could inspect the tree, correct, Echo?
You can still inspect the tree. You've only inspected the roots. You've inspected one of the ropes. You haven't really inspected the tree at all yet. And you guys have been here for about an hour, just slowly going through it, and you're just now getting to the tree.
Let's see. PP, are you more attuned to nature by chance? Hello? PP?
Are they muted?
Oh, I am muted. But yes, I didn't hear you say my name. Uh, yes, I am.
Uh, would you be able to tell us a little bit more about this tree or the trees around us, by chance?
I can attempt to.
Alrighty.
I will examine the tree.
Awesome. Roll me a Nate. What skill do you think would help you out with this? I don't want to.
Nature.
Yeah, I would say nature, but I usually let my party have fun with it. Because you are a druid, I thought you'd roll persuasion to talk to the tree to see what tree it was.
If I may. Well, PP looks yeah. Investigate the tree. Sorry, my tongue got tied there for a second again. Tonk and Gosini, would you mind just checking our little area real quick, see if we can find any other supplies outside of this rope?
Okay.
Maybe the other trees have sap or bark that we can use for kindling later.
Is a tree to the right over here?
Okay, go to it.
Sorry, left. Yep. What was the point and click thing? Oh, wait, hold, right? Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, that tree. There we go.
Yep. You can just move your token to it, too.
Yeah,
There we go. I've got to think about what tree I would like to make these. Yeah, give me a moment to think.
Again, just using the surroundings to our advantage, or like I said, kindling or sap. You never know when you might need like some homemade glue, that kind of thing.
I'm more specifically looking for the sap. But I'll check the finding kit. Yes, you know, boom boom is fun sometimes.
Okay, I wanted to make sure these things at least get big enough for what I wanted. Awesome. Okay.
What are the sequoias?
No, not Sequoias. But no, I was just double checking tree type just to make sure. With 11, the name kind of escapes you for just a moment, but you know this tree is rather large, has many brown branches. It blooms in the summertime, but you forget what the little red fruit is called that is on stems. It's on the tip of your tongue, just you can't remember what they're called, and that's the tree that you're looking at is.
Go ahead and relay that to everyone then.
Bearing tree?
Hmm?
Well, that's good to know.
What'd you
Wait a
say?
minute. No, I asked if it was a fruit-bearing tree.
It could be.
Yeah, then Ken's mind goes into the whole, why would you cut down a fruit-bearing tree when it gives you food? That's wasteful.
Probably somebody stupid.
The other tree.
I won't argue that one.
I'm not looking for what the tree is or anything. Just, is there anything easy to take off? Is any sap easy to take off? Any little bark pieces easy to take off? So, just a simple perception roll.
Go ahead.
To make a nature check of my own to see if this tree was dead when they chopped it down, when they killed it.
Anything usable and still easy to take off. For ammo, for glue stuff.
You see an amber colored ooze as you're looking across it. It looks like a part of the bark has been slightly removed. But, yeah, you're easily able to find what you're looking for in this. Reaching off, branches can easily be snapped. As you're looking around it, you find something that you weren't supposed to find. Something's been dug out, and it looks like a crawl space big enough for a small creature.
lights in there
No,
with a little hole?
it's nice and dark in the hole. It's a little hard to see in there right now.
Is dark vision enough to see?
Oh yeah, that's right. You have dark vision. I can't remember everybody. As you look inside the hole, you see three different sleeping. You see like a trio of backpacks. They're kind of with sleeping bags in there, and it seems that there's a checklist just kind of engraved in the back as they're making sure they get everything. It looks like this group might be on the move. They might be planning to leave a group. Something else might be happening. It could have been left from survivors that died and their supplies are never found. There are so many things to take in consideration. But you did find a nice little supply stash.
To the party, I hold up one thumb. I hand over the eyes, palm facing my eyes. Then I hold up one thumb with a hand motioning over.
Oh. Ken will poke the other members, making sure that they see Ghostini and that they acknowledge that she found something.
I would also like to take out my poison kit and double check to make sure, comparing if any of this is poisonous. A little tester strip in there.
Let me see. I'm trying to find. There it is. Okay. As you're doing so, it's could be poisonous. It could not be. You're not entirely sure, unless you get someone that's willing to try it. Could be poisonous to one race, but could be perfectly fine to somebody else in the same group that you have.
Okay, how many vials full on the poison kit am I able to fill?
How many vials do you have?
2.
Well,
Two.
it's up to you if you want to fill up both or you want to save one for later.
I will fill up one for now.
Awesome. You got one full thing of a mysterious tree sap. What they assume is a fruit-bearing tree, but they cannot remember the name of the fruit. Alrighty. So who's all going over to PP? Sorry, not PP. Ghostini.
Ken will be in the middle, just so he can keep an eye on PP, since he's still. Well, no, he already finished identifying the tree. So yeah, he'll just be in the middle, just looking over both the groups.
Alrighty. So go ahead, Ghostini. Oh, I need to go let my puppies in. But it's been half an hour. I'll be right back.
Yep.
To Volo, as you fly. Jackpot in a very quiet, silent voice. Shh. Try and stay quiet.
Did you like it?
I found the jackpot
I tried not to make it spicy.
inside this little hole over here. Can you see in the dark?
Yeah, I thought they would be home. They said they left at 4.
Couple of sleeping bags. It looks like shelter for, I don't know. They may come back. They may be dead. Trying to whisper as much as I can, but the microphone needs to pick up.
God damn, I have a good mic.
Alrighty. Okay, I'm back.
I'm showing below the hole.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Well, quiet.
Okay, so you're showing in the hole? Ghostini is showing you a hole.
Jackpot. You said there were sleeping bags.
Sleeping bags, 3 backpacks, and a nice engraving behind it all, like it's some sort of checklist, just big enough for a small creature to kind of squeeze in there.
Am I small enough?
You are a small creature.
Yeah. Okay. Would you mind standing guard, oh, fierce dragon?
I want to climb up onto the tree and see if I can figure out if it was, as I said earlier, and I don't know if you heard me or not. I wanted to see if it was dead when they cut it down.
Well, how do you want to see how it was cut down?
Well, I want to see if it was like, I guess sorry, I'm already mixing up my damn words.
Take your time, take a deep breath, collect your thoughts. Describe how you want to go about investigating this, or what skill you would like to use that would help you determine the outcome.
So I want to see like if there was still green on. Okay, you know when you break a branch of a live tree, when you snap a twig from a live tree, it's like green and stuff, right?
You're not wrong on that.
So that's how I want to. That's what I'm trying to see about this tree. Like, is there still green, or was it like all? Is there like decay already? Is it like? Does it look like it's has been dead for a long time?
If I can make a suggestion,
Shoot.
since you're looking for the green and see how if it's dead, check to see how dry it is. That usually will tell you like how long the tree, if it is dead, for how long it's been dead. Also, cut up a root, see if there's any life in there. You probably want to ask PP for help on that since he knows more in nature than either of us, probably. I don't know how high your nature roll would be.
It's a +3.
Yeah, so like I would just recommend asking like PP how to tell the signs of life on a tree. That's just my recommendation.
Alrighty. Oh, and while you two are discussing that, Ghostini, what do you want to check inside this small crawl space?
The bags.
Oh, the bags. As you move the bags over, you notice that there's...
Are they heavy?
when you lift them up, you can roughly guess they're about 30, 40 pounds. As you check inside of them, you notice there's food in there. There's still meat in there, still fresh. Doesn't look like it's decayed at all. You see fruits. You're seeing a little bit of cooking utensils, some fire starter kit. There's a name engraved right at the top of it, like it was sewn in there by someone that's taken their time.
There was something sewn in there. What was that last part?
There was a name sewn right at the top of the bag, like it was meant for like a small child or someone that's just learning how to read.
How many pouches do each of the bags have? Multi-pouch? Is it what's one slot in the bag? Multiple?
There is one big slot at the back. There's a second slot that looks like it can be opened up. There's 2 slots on the side, and there's a smaller slot that contains a water flask about dead center of the bag. These are rather well crafted and handmade for like a long journey.
Said there were 3 bags.
There are 3 bags. One is smaller than the other 2.
I start scooting them out. Well, actually, I can lift 30 pounds, right?
Yeah.
Carrying one at a time. Guard
If you
dragon.
need God, I would hope you could lift 30 pounds.
Yeah, I hope.
Well, probably one at a time. She's still a small critter. 30 pounds actually is pretty heavy. Yeah. Anyways.
But yes, go ahead and roll your skill, Tonk, as she's pulling those out.
Handing them over to Volo.
Alright.
Just
Just gonna roll
small.
nature, see what I can do by myself, or I get a second opinion.
Okay.
There it is. Pop. Oh, 14.
14 ain't bad. You notice that there is very little decay, if any, around the rings of the tree because of the cold atmosphere. This is still a relatively fresh cut, but you don't know how fresh. Or how long it takes for a cut before the tree starts to decay from lack of nutrition. That's more up Pee-Pee's alley.
Gonna hop down and well, damn, I don't have a. If I had that hand axe, I could check this better. Then I won't have a hand axe they can toss me. I only have a hammer, and that's just gonna bruise this. Well, I mean, a couple of whacks probably would, get the result I'm looking for, but
I do not have a hand axe.
That is pretty much what you find Ghostini and Volo.
And it's only food in the bags? That's it?
There's food, there's spices, there's water, fire crafting, and sleeping bags. Like
Ice
they're
it in the bags?
there's a few food spices so you can season your meat lightly with salt, little easy to come spices.
No, we have no idea if they're ever coming back. This is a harsh land. Why would they leave a backpack here? Sleeping bag, maybe. But a bag?
There's more to the story. Oh, what are the players doing?
Speaking of the sleeping bag, should I pull them out, or do we need them? Now I'm going to pull them out. I'll pull a small one for me. Sleeping bag.
You're
Start rolling
you're
through.
taking the small child-sized sleeping bag.
She's a small-ish child size. Yeah.
Okay. So what is the party doing? And PP, your bugs do return after a few hours as everybody's been checking out this area. Pheromones give you a generalized message. They use their scented to indicate a couple of your party members and basically what's up ahead.
I motion to some of the party members with one of the bags. Jackpot.
Well, I'll head over to what's going on over here. I'll just come up and say, my sources tell me that there's a group of humanoid beings living in a house up ahead.
No, maybe.
Well,
It's a tree. Would you like a sleeping bag?
you,
I
So we
do
said this-
not
Bag?
require one.
Who would
so
you
this was
like?
told to all of us, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I relay it to the rest of the party. Whoever's
Alright,
over here,
so-
I relay it.
I believe we should go and see who these people are. They're friendly. Perhaps we can, make some allies. If they're hostile, well, we might have some more meat.
I do specifically pull out all the spices and hand it to the chef. Ken? You were the chef, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
You can look at my expression in the Discord.
Also, how big is Tonks?
What's up?
How big is Tonks and Kenna Beans?
How big are
forgot.
we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's your build?
I mean, I'm a pretty fucking large bugbear. I'm medium size, so probably like. I usually like to go to the max at medium, so let me just check.
So like 8 feet tall.
So apparently these creatures are as tall as Tonk and Kenna Beans. Or as big
Yeah.
as Tonks and Kenna Beans. So they're pretty big.
Yeah, Ken is 8 feet tall. He's pretty much built like otter mode, almost no fat.
I wonder if there is a way to break into that other tree, if there's something in there.
Well, we won't know until we find out.
We might need some strength. If we can't find a hole, we might need the strength to punch a tree. That's
I have full faith in you, Gostini, to have the strength to go and punch through that tree.
What is this,
Well,
Minecraft?
Not by
Yes.
me on the strength, just the. I do better with searching for the hidden doors.
Dropping a
See,
tree
we
would
can
be a
ball
lot
over.
easier if
We're
I.
more than capable of punching through the tree.
So I would really like to eventually get a forge up and going so that I could possibly get us some better equipment going.
There are 2 other sleeping bags in there. If you want me to grab them out for anybody.
One sleeping bag looks like it's big enough to fit Keno Beans or Tonk. And another sleeping bag is about the size of Ghostini and PP once again.
Okay, I have to ask. What if these belong to the people that PP that he has been alerted to?
Very good chance, considering how close we are to the area, but at the same time, they were left behind. So, finders keepers.
Yes, maybe not the sleeping bags, but these backpacks, they're not that heavy. Why would you leave it behind? How do we know they're still alive?
What did you find in these bags other than the spices?
And meat. Fresh meat.
Okay, and it's
But how much of the meat?
freezing out here. stored into a small hole underground that's probably cold. You understand where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah, it's a storehouse. We find it. It's ours.
Who's hungry?
I am.
Yeah, I'm a little hungry. You want to cook some?
Always. Echo,
Oh,
I'm
weird.
gonna come over here and pick up the other strand of rope.
We're not going to make allies, are we?
You never know. This world is entirely up to the party.
I mean, maybe
I-
we'll
you
find
guys
us
played
very
my world,
friendly
but
if
yeah.
you bring them food.
Of the meat from the meat they stashed.
I mean, is there name on the meat?
There's name on
Was
the
there name on the
backpacks.
bags?
Yes, there is name on the bags.
What's on the bag?
Let me see.
You see Jack on a nice small child-sized bag. You see Joel on a bag that is more fit for like a bugbear or a tall dragonborn to wear. And you see the name of Sierra, which is also on a nice small backpack.
Okay. I bring out my potato sack. You can put them all in here. You can leave the backpacks behind if that's what your conscience is telling you.
Dumps out the meat. This was no conscious. Was their name on the sleeping bag?
Nope, just on the backpacks. Everything else was everything else inside of them. So you're taking the small wolf plushie as well.
I don't have the wolf plushie.
Who does?
Volo, I think.
She said, "Oh, plushie." She didn't take it.
Oh, I handed over to Volo as you said, It's like, oh, okay, here you go. I have no need of this.
All right. Once
Willow.
Koski is done putting all the food in the potato sack, I'm putting it on the cart. No name on my potato sack. Are we good now?
Volo, would you and I, yeah, sorry, let me get this, oh, it's hard to English.
Well, you're not the one who suck on the goddamn straw. You should speak just fine.
Volo, would you like to, no, fucking, I already got it, man, stop again.
Volo, are you trying to ask her to ride her like a horse again?
That sounds wrong when you say it that way. I'm sorry, but it sounds just. I know the context is there to where it doesn't mean that. We know that.
I think that what you're trying to say is phrasing.
Yes, the phrasing was very poor.
Oh, so you're trying to ask Volo if you can ride her again?
Are you doing this intentionally?
No. But I know what you were asking.
I was gonna ask Volo if he would like to scout out this area, where the house is, to go and attempt to meet these people. That's what I was trying to fucking ask. Why does having ADD make it so hard to talk? Well, ADHD. It's the same thing now.
Oh, you can always type it up. While we're here and technically not doing anything, I'm gonna go check the other tree.
I will join you on that tree.
What do you want to do with the tree?
Looking if there's a tiny, similar hole to what I found in this other one. If there's a weak point,
And what skill are you going to use for this? And how is G going to help? How is Keno Beans going to help you?
I would like, still with Ken's previous train of thought of looking for sap and bark to use as kindling. If I can use a survival to just like use my claw to like scratch it, see if there's like any weak points, bark that easily can be removed. You know, that small little things.
Okay. I'll go ahead and you two give me your. Oh.
I would like to help with similar searching to the first tree, hoping to find a hidden compartment since that other one did.
Yep. Go ahead and give me a roll.
I also rolled perception.
Roll me perception and move your character token over there.
All right, Bolo, I'll go with you to check this out. But
Ooh.
again, I don't know how well they will take a.
Quick question for Keno Beans.
Bugbear.
Has he ever dealt with livestock?
Arriving on the back of a dragon.
Yes, with the merchants that were coming through the cave.
Okay,
He would-
but you recognize this sap being a very different color than most sap that you've seen. This is more dealt with livestock to make sure they got their nutrition during the winter.
Okay.
So it's not poisonous. It's just it might give you a rash on the inside if a non-livestock person ate it.
Gotcha.
So yeah, we have Tonkin Volo going out.
It might give you a what again?
A rash, which would explain the swelling in my tongue.
This siren is going in my neighborhood somewhere. The dog is howling.
Oh,
Yeah.
they know you're home. Who let the dogs out?
Oof, 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 oof.
Dalmatian tree. That's all. Anyways, I'm sorry, I have to keep saying repeat sometimes.
It's fine. You got 101 Dalmatians.
No. That's enough.
Nope, I just have one husky.
Alrighty.
Well,
Any-
if I can,
You have a vial.
I do have a small vial from the health potion that I gave to Volo. Is there any sap that I could harvest or just some kindling?
It's easy enough to get kindling from a very wintered-ass tree. You just know there's going to be a lot of sap with it if you get it around the main trunk of it.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just shave off the kindling and the pieces that have the sap. I'll put those in the little glass vial. That way they can just be pouring that sap directly into it, and sort of have like a pseudo sap glue mixture.
I pull out the other vial of sap from the first tree, the other tree. Hold it out as close as I can to Kin, your vial of sap. Do they look the same?
They look exactly the same.
I say that. They look the same to you.
Oh. Yeah. We might be in an orchard of whatever these kind of trees are. Let's go back and ask Pee-Pee, and then we can head out of here. See, maybe give a little bit more information on these trees. Maybe he can recollect on what they might be. Okay. Add custom item. Tree sap. I'll put it as tincture just because it's a small vial.
Oh, fellow Tiny, might we have your insight into determining where this sap might be native from?
Sure, I'll take a look at it.
And I'll describe to you what I found out, or just information that I came across as I was examining the other tree. That maybe this is an orchard of trees, so they could all be of the same species.
They could potentially. Let me double check. Let me see if I can remember anything about them.
Yeah,
Um,
this is from this tree and this is from that tree.
if I may assist him in a nature check, just to like compare notes, Echo.
Of course. And what skill does PP want to use?
Cycling nature.
Alrighty, you both roll me nature. Let's see what you get. And PP, you get advantage.
Oh, okay.
Being a druid. Oh, you much easily are able to recall. These are a collection of cherry trees.
Ooh.
They start in the winter, but they bloom during the summer. So you're about 4 to 6 months out before these are in full bloom.
Cherries, gross.
You have a mixture of red cherry and black cherry trees around this area.
Oh, the black cherries are fine. Red cherries, yeah.
Hey, beggars can't be choosers in an apocalypse.
Yep.
I beg to differ.
See? Exactly. You beg to differ, but you can't choose.
I choose to differ. Then.
So you're not begging anymore?
No. Maybe don't beg.
Well, it's kind of hard to beg when you're dead. Oh, wait, sorry.
Damn.
Technically speaking, I am already dead. Technically speaking.
Technically, yes and no, but yes.
You know, this brings me to a conundrum because I don't think Ken's ever tasted cherries.
You've chased the cherry sap, but never the cherry itself.
Yeah.
They're slightly toxic, not poisonous, to humanoids. They just give you kind of like a rash, a really sore throat, and upset stomach for a couple days.
You don't say.
Things get swollen.
Yep.
So I guess the party's ready to move on?
I believe so.
Awesome. As you guys are traveling down for about an hour and a half down towards this place, you notice the clouds are getting rather angry, starting to just come on in like almost out of nowhere. Start to see ripplings of white flashing light before one strikes down. Almost kind of in front of you. Whoop. Want to make sure. Oh. Whoa.
Whoa.
Give me one moment, chickens. Yeah, no, that should be fine. Everyone's dynamic lighting should be just fine on this. Awesome. Double checking. There you go. You're starting to see. Not sure if Volo would like to fly in the middle of this snowstorm. But that's up to Volo. Probably gonna take a small 5-minute break because I want to make sure help my husband get ready for work, and then I should be able to come back.
Okay. I'll go ahead and take a break too. I'm gonna walk my dog real quick. So give me about 10-15. Is that okay?
Yeah, we can all reconvene in 10:15. How are you guys liking it so far?
I'm enjoying it.
Always enjoying it.
Gonna get me some food.
Go
Awesome.
for it.
Enjoying yourself, Volo?
Hope I didn't deviate too much with my swollen tongue. goodness, I'm covered in.
Well, at least it's not sap.
Yeah, that's true. My husky's shedding like there's no tomorrow. I'll mute myself and I shall return.
Alright, let's make sure I go see my hubby off. Alrighty, just gotta wait for everyone to get back. Yeah. Alrighty, is everybody here?
I am.
Alright, we got Gosini. Is PP, Tonk, and Volo here?
Yeah, I didn't leave.
Oh, you didn't leave?
Hmm.
Oh, so you like sitting? You like staying there? You like sitting, waiting? Is Tonk here? Oh, just gotta wait for Ken, Volo, and Tonk. It looks like. So you guys decided to empty out everything with the backpacks and left the backpacks there?
I think so.
I was making sure on that.
And I don't know about the other two sleeping bags. Oh, just gotta wait.
Sorry, it took a little bit longer.
Oh no, that's perfectly fine.
Si quieres, dáselo. Sí, porque ya tenemos croquetas
Alrighty.
y
All that's left is Volo. It looks like we're ready to get going again.
chicha.
Oh, you guys, I'll wait for Volo to get back, make sure everyone's here before I get started again. Oh yeah, make sure I save my progression of one of my maps. I almost forgot to do that. That would have been bad. Worked on that for an hour. Alrighty. Just doing a quick roll call. Ghostini, are you here? Ghostini?
Yes.
Okay. Ken, are you here?
Nope, never.
Alright, good enough. PP, are you here? And Tonk, are you ready to rumble? Tonk? Just want to get going again. It's been about 15-20 minutes.
Another 15 more minutes? Or,
No.
or-
We should be able to get going. It's been 20 minutes.
yeah, oh, okay.
Just waiting on Tonk.
I am looking for a tonk. I do not see a tonk.
I also don't see Tonk's little nameplate on Roll20 either.
It's there for me.
Oh, it is? Maybe I need to refresh. Okay.
You guys are also in dynamic lighting, so you might only see your nameplate. Well, let's get going. He'll join us when he comes back. But as you guys are slowly descending into the farm, don't know if Volo decided to swoop in early and walk with the party, or she flew in and joined the party as they got up there. Which way did she decide to go? Or maybe a mixture of the two.
Fly, so I can only assume that they walked.
Yeah. I'm just making sure what she did.
Yep.
She walked with the party. You guys slowly come up to a band of large trees. They look very similar to the ones that you just had about an hour north, about 4 or 5 miles away. You're seeing lines of graves now from the large lightning strike that hit a tree, bursted into fire, and it lights up the area nicely. You're seeing like a graveyard. And there's just other trees that have not been really destroyed or touched, just left growing, uncontrolled. You're seeing stone walls that meant to be about 10, 15 feet high. Most of them have been collapsed or shuttered, maybe destroyed from the test in time or other people coming around. Water is starting to seep in from a man-made stream. This place could have been a farm or a local residence place that they've just made a living at before the apocalypse came. You guys are free to explore.
Question for the party. Does anybody need lighting? I have a bullseye lantern if need be.
I'm pretty sure everyone here has dark vision.
I kind of think so, but I don't want to assume. That's why I'm asking.
Okay.
I do have dark vision. Yes.
I also have dark vision.
Okay, wanted to make sure. Because I don't think golems have dark vision. I know I have tremor sense. I don't know if I have dark vision.
Let me go check. Golan's language, size, natural, powerful, shelved. Nope, you have tremor sense. You don't have dark vision.
Yeah, so I will light the bullseye lanterns for myself.
And how much does that give you for sight?
Let me double check. I believe it was like 30-foot cone.
A 30-foot cone?
I
Okay.
believe so. 60-foot cone. My bad. The bullseye lantern casts bright light in a 60-foot cone and dim light for an additional 60 feet. Once lit, it burns for 6 hours on a flask, which I have 3.
Let me see if this works. I need to pull you to the side.
Yep.
Oh, look at that. It's only in front of you, and if you take the thing and turn it, it'll slowly turn to match. Awesome.
Okay. How do I turn? That is the question.
Click your token, and there should be a little dot above it.
I see it. I think so. Yep.
You'll be able to spin your token now.
Cool.
This is
Thank you,
Explorer's mode. I let you guys see a bit of the farmland to your right, so that you can have a general idea.
Mm-hmm. Really appreciate it.
Of course. So, you guys are free to explore. Take it nice and slow. Don't just zip around the map.
Yes, if I use the lantern mostly for myself because I don't have dark vision, but everybody can see it at least in the cone that I have. Oh, I think they're asking you, Echo.
Oh, did you set the... Oh, yes, I should double check that. Give me 1 second. There's a new feature. I can actually re-hide the Explorer's mode when needed. Do. Bright light? No. Low light? Maybe? Directional light. I found it. Light
Be back in
color.
my moment. Was heating up some hot dogs. Took longer than expected.
There you go. We haven't moved much.
There you go. Do you see the little cone around G? It should be a different shade than just normal vision. It actually makes them stand out. Do you see it?
Yes, I do.
Awesome.
Yes.
Sorry, this is all brand new to me.
Yay, technology. Sure. Go with it.
There you go, G. At least your light now stands out to everything.
Yep. At least it's only directional lighting, not everywhere lighting.
Yeah. I put it to 180 degrees in front of you, and it cuts it in half so it actually auto dims.
Yep. Thank you, sir. Really appreciate it.
Yep, it's a bunch of new things that I've never really explored. So, trial and error.
Yep.
Alrighty. So go ahead and... PP, you're the first one to come along these graves. Nice indentures of lumps of stone just around, and then a nice little headpiece having names on the front of them. They're kind of eroded, degraded, scratched through. Someone might have been angry that other people have died.
I'd like to use my bugs to go out and scout up ahead and see if there's anything. Oh,
Somebody's a sleepy monkey.
He's not a monkey. He's a raccoon.
He's a raccoon dog, sir.
No, he's a reindeer.
sorry, my headset's died. My headset died.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Um, I'd like to ask my bugs to go out and scout up ahead and see if there's anything living or acting like it's living.
Acting like it's living. That's a new one.
Oh,
Is something playing
Oh.
dead?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I heard dogs playing dead, so...
Well, hey, PP. Give me a skill check. What do you want to roll to give them this general vibe of command?
animal handling, of course. 'cause
Roll me
that's
animal
the-
handling.
Oh, okay, yeah. I did click on the right
25.
thing.
They're able to take your things rather literally, and they say that you are. And then they just kind of go off.
Of course.
I also would like to scout ahead.
Of course.
Not in the bright light, and install, obviously. Thank you.
Alright, go ahead and go a little more out there. There's still the fire in the tree that is very bright, and whatever's out there can easily see you guys, but doesn't mean you can see them. If there's anybody out there.
There's a fire by tree light?
Yeah, don't you see it?
Oh, I see it.
I should probably put a token there and give it light. A very small token. Let's use this one since you guys already killed it. Bright light emits.
I will move after you place that token.
Yep. Oh.
Whoa.
A lot bigger than I thought it would be.
I rolled
Yeah.
20 after having trouble handling this dynamic lighting.
Yeah,
That's probably because I'm using Microsoft Edge though, and I'm not
there we go.
using Chrome.
There's that light. Does that help you?
Okay.
Hopefully everyone can see that light.
Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, there's this big burning tree just right there.
I'll still go over the tree. Yeah, 30 feet that direction. Does it look like the cherry trees we'd seen before?
Yes, it does, and it's on fire.
Does the fire look...
Looks like it's spreading just all over the tree and slowly going down from when it got struck by lightning. You guys got to remember, you're in a snowstorm too.
Oh, shit.
Is there any living critter on that tree?
Not anymore.
So, we're in a storm.
You're in a
Anybody-
whiteout snowstorm, and you guys are taking your time.
Yeah, any...
Everyone roll me a
Uh,
Constitution check.
I was gonna say, any objections to me making an emergency shelter?
You guys know there's a farmhouse up just down the way because of PP.
Fuck it, let's go to the farmhouse.
But everyone roll me a Constitution check first.
Con check or con save?
Con check. The save and throw is after something happens. Oh, damn! Oh, are you resistant to cold, Volo?
Believe they are.
Double checking. I'll say yes for now. We'll double check later, so you don't even notice the snowstorm. You just think it's an average day for you.
Resistance, isn't that just advantage?
Uh, if you're
Just
resistant
means that
to
you get
cold or
half
resistant to
damage.
fire, you technically ignore the extremities within a reasonable doubt of it being so cold or so hot.
Also, when it comes to the damage, if you were to take cold damage, he'd only receive half the damage.
There it is.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't quite just straight immunity.
It's not straight immunity, it just gives you extra benefits to negative so many degrees. And it's not cold enough to hurt Volo.
I just think it's rather windy.
Yeah.
It's windy.
It's windy out here.
Well, since PP found out that there was a house, and I believe that they told us, I say we book it to that house. Any objections?
No.
Not at all.
Go back
All right,
to
well,
the party. Aye, aye. Let's go. Warmth. Although there's some nice fiery flames warmth over there, too.
yeah, that's probably not gonna last. So let's try to find this house.
You notice these fires is raging, but it's like trying to be blown out by this heavy wind.
Yeah.
Ghostini and PP, as you guys are walking through it, you feel the wind trying to push you back. It's a little extra hard since you guys are small creatures. And who's taking point?
Shit. Need to move.
Who's taking point towards the house?
I can. Let's, one of y'all want to rush over to me. Or rush ahead.
I'll go ahead and pick up Ghostini.
Ghostini, you're gonna let him pick you up?
Okay, sure. Volo? No.
No, Tonk. Tonk is just gonna pick you up since you're having trouble. Who's gonna help PP?
I'll help PP. That way he can help me guide. He'll be my seeing eye dog in this courthouse.
Wow.
I was
You
You
seeing
know,
a
if I
guy.
was actually a
thing.
dog, I would probably be offended.
Are you sure about that, Corgi?
Bow wow.
So let me move you over to PP. And I'll go ahead and scoop you up and put you, and I'll pretty much be hugging you, facing you forward with my lantern out still.
Honk, would you remind me how big are you?
I believe it was close to my size, 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
What race was that again? What do you look like?
I'm a bugbear.
And he's a golem. Sorry, he's a kobold.
Yep, kobold.
He's a kobold.
I'm a kobold.
Thank you. I just remembered.
Out of character, he dropped the ball. In character.
Nope, I didn't drop
we don't
anything.
know.
I didn't drop a damn thing.
We had to be specific because my race did not have night vision or dim light, so we had to be specific on that one.
Yeah, I had to make sure on that.
Yep. So, did we drop the ball? No, we had to be technical though.
Yeah.
Anyway, we need to get to this house. Get to this house. PP, you know the way.
Yep.
Ghostini? Alright. Do you know which way we're going?
That way. I just point in the direction that the house looks like it is. Over there.
Use your ruler to point it out. As long as everybody can see it, we should be able to figure out where we're going. And so this way is where we're going.
Go ahead and lead, Ghostini. It's all up to you. Or if you want to make a skill check and try to muster your way through, helping with guiding Tonk away.
Yes, I actually am looking for something as well. What? That's it.
Come on, Ghostini. High rolls is what we need.
I'm sorry. 30 seconds phone call for a minute.
Okay.
PP, it's all up to you.
Okay.
No pressure though. Or ton of pressure, depends on how.
Come on,
which would be
PP.
better
Roll.
under.
Try to. You have advantage because your bugs have already found it once.
Survival, right? Or perception?
Up to you. Which way do you want to take this? Perception is more of seeing it, but you're in a whiteout, so it's really hard to see.
Survival, then.
You could use survival, history, insight. Use animal handling if you want to rely on your bugs. There's a bunch of ways you could take this. You can use any skill at your disposal as long as you make an argument for it. Oh, with an 18, you notice the walls are getting thicker from what you saw on the outside and before moving inward. The graves, there's more footsteps going that direction as they're very quickly getting covered up. So going south from the way you guys are going should definitely lead you to the house rather quickly. Does Ghostini want to use a skill to help out PP in this situation?
Yes. Look if there's just general perception.
Roll at disadvantage.
Specifically, if I'm looking down on the ground, if there's other footsteps or tracks, anything that might have gone this way recently.
Yep, you still roll at disadvantage. You're in a whiteout. A 13. You get the same general idea that going back, just from your common sense and going, you should definitely hit it either going forward or going towards the water on that side that you can see. You're about a 50-50 chance, and PP says go south. So, it's up to you guys.
I need south it is.
Go ahead and lead the way, whoever's taking point.
I just need a direction, and I'm more than happy to keep moving forward.
I'm here.
So I believe I heard south, so this way?
Yep.
Tonk, if you please, help me south.
Come on, whenever you are.
Carrying PP along the way.
There you go. You got the two big guys carrying the two small ones. Maybe like children. I'm not sure. You guys see a stone wall. Water leaking on both sides, left or right. But this one seems like a rather... like this water is kind of frozen, kind of not. So you might be able to tread across it if you're light-footed. So how do you guys want to proceed?
I could throw Ghostini and you can throw PP and then the rest of us glide over on Bolo's back.
Bro, who now? What? Is the water look frozen? Thickly frozen?
It looks like it's frozen, but it's like a mixture of slosh. If you're light-footed and light, you could easily walk across. If you're someone that's big and heavy, it looks like you could just plop right into it. Like the ice isn't even there. G, as you get over there, you see an arrow just whiz by your head. Rope attached. as it's now stuck in the tree going across the waterway. Someone just fired an arrow. They might have spotted you. Could be a helping hand, could be a trap. You're not entirely sure.
Wow! I look up and it's like,
The rope is nice and tight.
doing, doing.
I'll hold on to the rope just so they can't try pulling it back.
You said we're at a disadvantage on perception because of the whiteout, correct?
Yes, I even rolled at disadvantage.
Okay. Then I'll go ahead and do the same. I'll try to look over on the other side, see what's going on. Where do I roll with disadvantage?
Just roll with advantage and I'll take the lowest number.
Okay, I'll just roll twice then. Perception.
And the other one. 12.
My bad.
Yep. You see the thing just go out in the whiteout distance. You might see like a trickle of a flame back there, but you don't see anybody. Looks like someone's already inside the house. Do you want to grab onto that rope? What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'll grab onto the rope, like not to tug it, but to like use it as a guide. And
Okay.
I call out at my party is like, I believe somebody's trying to help. I hope there's a rope over here.
I'm holding it in the tree just in case.
Smart idea. Technically, I still have EP with me, I believe, right?
Yep, PP can easily be on your back if he needs to be. There you go. There's the rope.
Cool. Thank you, sir. And we'll go ahead and start moving forward if everybody's ready to go.
Alrighty. Please roll me a strength check, athletics, or any skill that you think would help you out in this situation, G.
Ready? I'll go ahead and do the athletics.
24, you're able to grip onto that rope just tight enough, not pulling it downward, but the ice is just barely able to support you as you're carrying your weight. And you and PP do slowly make it across. There you go.
I'll yell back, be careful with the ice. I want to spread your weight out. I did not know this.
Gosini, you go ahead.
Okay.
Ghostini, use me a dexterity check or a skill of your choice to help you go across the ice. It is a slippery surface, and the rope is a little too high up for a small creature to grab it and use it as a guide.
I can lift her and she can run across it.
Yeah.
Or,
Still a dex base.
Or I guess like sloth it. I guess that's the only other thing I could think of. Basically, do almost like the monkey bars. Just put one hand in front of the other and just.
But it's up to
What is that
Ghostini.
called
What do you want to do? You can use any skill you want to, or you can make a flat dex check if you wish to.
Well, 1 second. Checking equipment.
Oh, of course.
And if I may, I'll wait at the edge to help Gostini or whoever else is.
Does that
coming across.
look a little slick?
Does what?
The rope, does it look rough or slick?
As you're looking at the rope, it looks very similar to the rope that you just had earlier.
There's snow and ice on the ground?
Yep, but this one looks a little more tighter since it has been exposed to the elements.
It's okay. But there is cold snow on the ground.
Yeah, there's snow and there's a mixture of ice and slosh with water.
Tonk, if you wouldn't mind catching this on the other end. And she pulls out a long whip, which I did have from the very beginning. And she's going to I'm going to attempt to
You got Indiana Jones behind you.
so it's on either like a hanger with the whip.
Yep, Indiana Jones.
Yeah. So
Alrighty.
Da-da-da-da-da.
using a tool, aiding help with uh, sliding across.
Well, roll your tool and then roll your skill. Let's see what happens.
So like whip plus dexterity.
Yep. So roll your whip first, then roll your dexterity.
Why
You
you
s-
roll a deck save?
Dexterity check, so it would be -2. Oh. Is G watching out for Ghostini or anybody?
Watching for whoever comes out next, yeah.
Alrighty, you're here. You see the rope dip down, Ghostini. You're taking that whip. You're running down. Your hands are a bit slick from this ice. Like you're very slowly losing your grip. How do you want to try and help yourself here in this one action quick moment? You could fall and hit the ice below. Maybe you'll make it all the way across. How do you want to help yourself out real fast?
And I have the tool for it too. The vial of oil.
Ooh.
Quick flick on hand to the rope.
So your hands can't. Which hand? One hand or both hands?
Both hands.
Alrighty.
Alright, yeah, sure.
So you get to see Ghostini taking the whip down, but as you see her try to let go, the thing is not let her go at the point she wants. She gets to slide all the way down the rope and find out who fired it. I'll get to that in a moment, Ghostini. But you're here on the table, and there's a nice little candlelight. It's better than falling in the ice, hopefully.
Polo thinks you can guide over the ice with me on your back.
Is it warm? That's my last question.
It is slightly warm, yes. As you're looking around, there are a lot of holes in the walls. Everything's broken. A lot of stuff is missing in this house through years of damage.
Lolo and I are teaming up,
Alrighty, how so?
climbing onto Volo's back. And
What skill do you want to use, Volo, to help you fly steady across this stream? Alrighty, sounds good to me. Roll me nature. With an 18, you know when to flap because of your upbringing, of your heritage, knowing how to fly in storms like this. And you assume it's just the same. You're easily able to make it across to join. Oh, didn't want to grab the rope. To join to join Keno Beans and PP. Keno Beans, you get to see Ghostini as she's coming down the rope. She tries to let go, little panicking, and she just slides all the way in. And she doesn't join you right there.
Yeah,
didn't
she
use that.
the Indiana
There
Jones.
was a frozen look on my face too.
you didn't happen to use that stuff from the creatures, right?
No fear of falling look on my face.
As you guys are walking in, you see an 8-foot tall, about 8'7", a rather large reptilian creature, has armor on, 2 axes on his back, and a long bow out, looking at you rather sternly, saying, What moron comes during a storm?
That kind that was already on its way before the storm hit.
That is fair. I am simply waiting out the storm before I rejoin my compatriots close before we go back to the outpost.
Oh?
Might we have your name?
My name is Ken, by the way. What is yours?
You can call me Joel.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Joe. I extend my claw at him.
He will happily shake it. You remind me of the mannerisms of smaller creatures, for one so big of yourself.
I thank you. I've been told that I am rather big for a kobold.
You don't look like a kobold.
I've been told that too. But I am a kobold. Earth Dragon heritage, actually, according to the leader.
Might have to take a pilgrimage to find more of you, to see if you are truly a kobold with a unique divination from this newfound apocalypse.
Maybe so. I mean, I did leave my warren. I'm looking around for spices. Do you have any?
I might be able to share once we are able to leave my certain situation. Plan to leave in about 4 days' time, right around the cleansing moon for safe travels. I might be able to share spices along other things when we plan to get out of our situation.
I agree. And it's at this point that Ken realizes that his mule is still on the other side of the river. And it's like, oh fuck. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
What
Well-
troubles you?
He left his pet.
My cart. My mule and my cart. The spices are there. Oh no. Oh no. Ken starts to like panic back and forth. Like, oh no. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. I have to go back. I have to go back.
Use the rope as a guide.
I shall. I shall.
Pardon me, my companions, but did we not find some items in a hole?
Go ahead, Volo. I saw you typing.
Sorry, I had to speak with somebody about the medicine my dog needs to take.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a strength check as well as saying something behind you as you're trying to leave. Don't know if you're paying attention to her. Him?
I'll roll a perception, see if Ken hears. Just because he's a little panicky right now.
Yep, roll perception.
Yeah, he hears.
Oh yeah, you definitely hear it. You do know I can, and you hear this from Volo.
Ken just stops at like the threshold of the opening. He's like, what? Who? When? Why? How? Ah, the claw. The claw. It has me. It has me. Please be gentle.
You know, while it's not stated anywhere that bugbears would have like a winter coat, I believe they would. They're hairy creatures. They're furry creatures.
They're hairy creatures, but they don't have resistance to cold.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just thinking he'd most definitely have a winter coat, and once it starts,
Kind of hairy, kind of not.
So could he be a shaved bugbear?
Who, the creature you're talking to?
No, I was referring to Tonk since he was talking about Harry.
Yeah, no,
Bugbear.
they're covered in hair.
But could he be shaven?
No.
Yes. Technically,
Maybe.
yes.
Well, like if you wanted to shave him, you could, yeah. I don't know how
Maybe.
good rope made from bugbear fur would be.
All their pelts are like cats, so he's covered in hair, but not very thick.
Yeah. Okay.
But you can still get hair out of it.
He's going to need to brush once the warm weather comes.
So
That one's
why is everyone traveling south? He'll ask the three of you: PP, Tonk, and Ghostini.
looking for supplies, looking for survivors. We have a settlement up north, I believe.
You can't do worse
Food.
than the person we are trying to leave from. We do not simply announce that we are leaving, because to announce so means to have your head on the pike.
Sounds like someone that we could probably help you with.
I still would suggest against it.
I'm a bugbear. I live for combat.
What did this malicious person do?
Not malicious, rather misguided. We seek shelter he is willing to provide. He is willing to help us. But when we wanted to continue our journey, he simply slain my brother and convinced us otherwise to stay. So we stayed, we helped, and it's been about 18 months and we are traveling, we're prepping to disappear in the night. Waited for my child to get of age so that they could travel easier.
Where is your child?
With the mother back, probably heading back during the storm, or roughly before the storm came. They should be returning shortly, and I will join them afterwards.
Did your child perhaps happen to have a plush, a toy of a wolf?
You touch the toy, I will cut off your hand that may have grazed upon it.
Oh, I'm so glad I'm not the one who touched it.
So, Volo and Ken, you might be able to come back when he made that threat.
Okay. That's fine by me.
Okay.
Why did you leave your last encampment? Or want to leave?
The one that we're currently at, or the one before that?
The one that the pike person was forcing you to stay at.
He gets food from less than reputable if the livestock or other animals are not readily available during the harsh winter months. The food is brought through sapient creatures, those that he deems unnecessary, willing sacrifices to feed the better.
To me, if we get into combat with something, we kill it, we'll eat it, if it's edible.
Yeah, but he's saying he's saying that it is something that is intelligent that gets eaten. It's not some sort of arcane creature or natural creature. It is a living.
We ate wolves.
That's fair.
Would you eat
But
your
I'm
own
talk-
brother if it's served upon a plate?
Had he crossed me? If he had crossed me and tried to harm those I hold close, I'd have no qualms.
I, however, would not.
What about Gostini and Ken or Volo? What do they have to say?
Ken's just happy that Bolo got his stuff back.
Oh, not really paying attention. Okay.
Nope.
Outstretching both her hands. So they're attached to the whip.
Yeah.
So-
And the whip stretches with it.
Ah. In a lower motion, kind of reaching for like a handshake. I'm sorry for your loss. Do you need assistance?
No assistance needed, but if you tell us where your outpost is, we may join up with our supplies at a later date.
Well, once everyone's back and you're ready to go, we can lead you back to our settlement.
I will come with when I am able. I do not travel alone. Well,
No, I meant when the rest of your party is back.
Well, the snowstorm should last throughout the night. There should be. Hopefully, you might find something in here that we did not seek use for. Most of the furniture and other things have been rather scavenged. I'm currently setting this table alight for the last bit of fire.
We have some old rope we could burn.
Rope can always come in handy.
Though I have to say, it must not have been very good quality if I ripped it in half with these.
But it's still burnable.
Everything has a use.
Might we just share the fire with you to outlast the storm?
Of course. As long as you do not bear ill intent, I shall not bear mine.
I'm going to say in Goblin, does anybody speak Goblin? No. Only me. When I do find a Goblin settlement, I am going to rule them. And, well, Goblins are useful. Then back into common. I don't suppose any of you understood what I just said.
What?
Alright, so no one here speaks Goblin. Goblin really that strange of a language. Quiet. Hello?
Oh, we're still here. I'm just thinking. Thinking about situations and let the party take lead if they want to.
I was just wondering, like, why no one else was talking.
Might I have a little help unsticking myself?
Was the ooze? Did you get it from that fucking ooze thing?
I use what's available. Everything has its function.
Alright, well, the options are raising it off or burning it off. Which do you prefer?
What's the first option?
Burning,
What's the second option?
freezing.
Now
Neither
that
are pleasant.
Bolo has brought up everything for Ken, he's just like really happy and excited. Like, yeah, I got everything back. Yeah, thank you, Bolo. Hugs him and then waddles over here. What did I miss? Who, what, when, why, how?
Remember how you had that ooze on your back?
Don't remind me, but yes.
Ghostini has it on her hand.
Ghostini.
I made it across, didn't I?
Well, there is also the third option.
There's another option.
All right. Where's an open fire?
The third option is you set your hand down, and I borrow his axe,
No,
and I believe you see where I'm going.
No.
no, because you're thinking way too barbaric, if I can say.
It's the third
Can I
option.
borrow your fire, please?
It's options 1, 2, or 3.
Yes, please. Can we borrow? Yeah, okay. We're already using fire.
Fourth option. Give me a second.
This nice person, Mr. Joel, has graciously agreed for fire community.
Question, what were the names on those items we found?
I can't. Does Ghostini speak Draconic?
Yes.
I think everyone except PP speaks Draconic then.
Yep.
And I think I'm the only one who speaks Goblin.
Yep. So everyone gets this message except for PP.
I actually do speak Draconic, though.
Oh! Okay. Oh, I might as well just finish off then. Because I pretty much sent it to everyone. So yeah, that means Trista doesn't speak Draconic. Only one person in this party doesn't. That's interesting.
In Draconic, I would also like to turn to Volo. It's time to give back your friend on your tail over there. It may look cute and nice, but everything has its function, and it's not any of ours.
I do not wish to start a fight with those that seek others or help others.
Echo, there is a fire going right now, correct?
Yep, the table is set on fire.
Okie dokie.
Starting in the center.
Yeah. In that case, Ken will bring out his cooking pot and dump a whole bunch of snow into it and basically boils the snow into water. Once it gets melted, he'll take it out of the fire and walk over here to the edge of the shelter. And Ghostini, over here.
Yes.
Let me wash off your hands.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna offer Joel my
Joel.
Anchor to Plenty. Sorry, Joel. Okay, so he's not from Krypton.
No.
He is not Superman's father.
He is not the father.
when it comes to 58-year-old Hello, you are not the father.
All getting off track, but yes. What?
But yeah, I'm gonna offer Joel my tankard of plenty.
I do not
Using,
wish to drink.
one charge.
The drink is appreciated, but I am not here to drink. We are not in safe haven to drink. Be ready for what lurks at the night.
As long as you take it slow and you have more than just the dwarven ale in your system, you would be fine. But I understand.
Upon hearing ale, Ken would speak up from washing Gostini's hands. Do you
Goscini,
require-
you notice that the tar easily washes away from very hot water, and you could easily recollect it if you want to.
I will do that. Okay. And thank you. Turns to Ken Beans.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Just be careful where you use it, okay?
Yeah.
Next time, drink it, and then we can see what happens. I'm joking, of course.
Ken will pat Gostini's head and go over to Joel.
What does the strange kobold want?
I offer food. Have you eaten?
Oh, it's been 3 days since I've eaten things that I would consider food.
Well, then, would you allow me to prepare you a meal? Seeing as how that plushie seemed to irritate you, my meal hopefully will bring some goodwill in return.
Please just look. I understand you're a chef. I understand you're trying to be a cook and all that, but you've had a few mishaps lately. So maybe just cook the meat till it's cooked through.
As long as you eat the meal with me, so I ensure it is not tainted, would be
Of
more
course.
than acceptable.
A meal is always best shared with friends. I'll go ahead and get my stuff out. There's my little wooden cutting board, my knife. Let's see, last time was 7 pounds. That's an extra one, so that's 8 pounds of meat.
It's a pound of meat for each person.
Yep.
2 pounds for oil, but we'll get to.
Mm.
Why don't you try marinating the meat in a bit of this dwarven ale? I can fill it up about 3 times a day.
Well, I got a cooking pot. Go ahead and drop that ale in. Let's start a little marinade.
And one tankard of ale.
How many ingredients do you wish to use?
That is what I am currently deciding, sir. Give me one moment.
You can use up to 4 ingredients. The more ingredients you use, the more flavorful and filling it becomes, but the riskier it is.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm thinking about just keeping it simple. Maybe the marinade from the meat and boiling, or the meat and then boiling the meat.
I'd also throw in some peppers, probably. I think that would go well with the dwarven ale.
Yeah, but again, more ingredients, the higher the DC.
Fair.
Yeah, I think we'll just stick with the dwarven marinade and the some meat. I believe we still have some from the ice salamander, so we use that.
Alrighty. Using some from that beast.
Yep.
So you're just using the dwarven ale, and you're using the The snow salamander?
Yep. So down to 20 pounds of frozen meat.
Which component from the salamander? Blood, bones, brain, fat, flesh, spice?
The meat. So probably the fat.
I
Uh,
would use the flesh.
Well, it'd be a mixture of the flesh. It's not the organs, so it's the flesh or the fat. Your call.
Uh, let's go with the flesh because that will be more nutrition.
Well, that's
And
the
the
fact that
ale,
Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, the meat probably will have more nutritional value if it's the flesh. And the dwarf ale already is technically spiced, so there'll be no need for extra add-ons to it.
Okay.
So we'll just boil the water content out of the ale. Yeah, and basically it's almost like boiled meat at that point. Yeah, really.
Boiled meat soaked in beer.
Yep.
I'm gonna go outside, scoop up some fresh snow in the tankard, and set the tankard near the fire so it can melt the snow. And then I'll have some fresh drinking water. Well, possibly fresh. I
It's
should
fresh.
say,
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I think the possible part would be drinking water.
Just make sure it's not yellow snow.
Ghostini would like to go, if you wouldn't mind, I would love to fortify throughout the night where we're located. I agree, Joel. There's unforgiving things out there. If you don't mind.
Kendall motioned to Vola, like, Vola, would you like to give me a hand with this?
He proceeds to the door, right outside the door, about 10 feet outside the door, kind of in a circular perimeter. Are there windows on this farmhouse, or is it just a door?
There are no doors, there are no windows, everything looks like it's been
Door
shattered
frame.
and taken.
Sorry, door frames.
Oh, the
Open.
door frame is over.
Open. How many openings are there?
Oh, 1, 2, 3. There's a lot. 4.
That's okay. Would an hour be enough to get all the door frames rigged with to where when they something walks through, 2 sticks kind of clamped together?
Oh, what skill do you want to use to help you set up this elaborate alarm?
This is just the basic trap skill.
Okay.
Trap.
Awesome. Oh,
Well, it takes about 1 hour. Do I have time to do all the open holes or some of them?
roll me your trap skill. Depends on how efficient you get. He will simply ask, what tools of trade is within your group? I see that you have a chef and you have someone prepping a hunt. What do these 3 specialize
Yeah,
in?
I'm not sure what the trap skill would be. Dexterity.
I'm a bit of a smith.
Yes, it would be dexterity.
Plain dex.
Dex check and proficiency, so yeah.
Was a forge master back in my old colony. But then I left for better opportunities. Though I wouldn't mind ruling over my own colony of goblins.
I think that works on the 20 sheet. It's trap dexterity, right? Yeah, of course I rolled.
Oh!
Oof.
Over that hour, you're able to get 1, maybe 2 holes, and that's pretty much it. You don't get very much done, but you do feel a little accomplished trying to do this for the first time.
I point out the two, just mark two of Echo, if you wouldn't mind, just mark the two holes that are
Yeah.
trapped, and the other two that aren't trapped for us. And I point out to the group. Hey, these two are here to help against protection. Hey, if we're gonna have a nat one for tonight, prep planning, that's okay, right?
Well, we got a smith, but what kind of smith do you specialize in? Smithing requires all kinds. Weapon, armor, trinkets, hot, cold. You could be a trinket smith.
I go more for weapons.
Thank you.
The warhammer of mine is custom made.
And the claws make many things. So, more what? A weaver of sorts? And what does a small canine craft? He's talking to PP.
I don't need to craft anything.
He's asking you if you are a crafter of some sorts, pretty much.
Oh.
Tool proficiency.
Well, that's not good.
I can make potions.
And you have one more roll, since it is 2 items.
Oh my god.
Oh, joyous!
Oh my gosh, a double 1.
Alright, let me go see why this food is cooking over the next hour. I am known as a coldsmith. I work best during these freezing months. My craft is rare to come by. I require no heat when I wish to craft.
I find the metal much easier to bend to my will when it's hot.
Ken, can you roll me a 1d8 3 times?
Sure.
Jesus.
I'm sorry, Ken. I never saw this coming.
I didn't see this coming. Another one.
Oh, God.
Minimum, average, maximum. Go figure.
Oh my god. You notice the food is rather burnt. The ale seems like it's non-existent. You burnt water. You burnt the bottom of the pan. You weren't paying attention in this snowstorm. It looks like you would have a better look of scooping up mud for edibleness.
I burnt water. I did.
You burnt water as a professional cook. As a way of goodwill.
Do you say this out loud?
Yeah. As you see, Ken uses crowbar to lift the pot off the fire. It was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to redo this. This is
Is this really the best he can cook? He'll ask the people, ignoring Ken.
This is actually worse than normal.
Worse than normal. This might
It's worse than normal.
Might I use all those burnt pieces for future problems?
sure. I don't mind. He says, "Do you have anything where you can stash this? I need to clean this out."
Yes.
I'm gonna just take a piece of meat out and put it on my hammer and stick the hammer into the fire.
How many pounds was it?
Use the hammer as like a skillet.
Of the burnt
The meat is already burnt.
Well, no, we have more meat.
Is it?
Oh, okay.
How many pounds of burnt meat is it?
That's 7 pounds of burnt meat.
7 pounds of burnt meat
Christ.
wasted. Double nat 1 will do that to you.
Don't worry, Ken. No worries.
Does anyone want to try that meat?
It's still very much usable, if not edible. Wink, wink.
No, like Ken's just like beside himself. He's heartbroken right now.
Are you sure you're a chef and not one in training? He will ask Ken in a serious tone.
I did good. I made good food. I'm sorry.
At least you know your mistakes, so he knows you're not poisoning him.
And for the record, I would never use this on any of you. Only foes who wish to harm.
I'm gonna pull the hammer out of the fire every now and then to flip the meat. You know, getting like a nice little 8-ounce steak. When you're done with it, you can bring it back. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Echo.
Yes?
Ken will scoop up some of the meat from the pot as he's trying to clean it up and says, "This is a painful lesson," as he shoves some of the meat into his mouth.
Do not eat it.
Please don't eat, but I would love to use it. And
I think it's a little late to tell him not to eat it. I think he's punishing himself.
Yeah, I literally did. When I said I shoved food in my mouth, I did it.
Ken, please roll me, please use a charisma skill, as he's going to be trying to demand that you don't eat it. Or use any skill that at your disposal.
I will use a medicine.
He
Skill?
said charisma. I think he said charisma skill.
You can still use charisma medicine.
Yeah, I'll use it charisma medicine, and I'll make the point of even burnt meat still has some nutritional value, though it may be horrible to the taste. It is a lesson that I must learn as I go.
Alright, go ahead and roll. Ooh. He'll tell you otherwise. Even burnt meat may have value. Do not experiment on oneself. Use it on a creature you hunt to see what the effects are without killing the creature.
That's where Ghostini comes into play. That's how she will do it.
Hi.
Yeah. But yeah, no, he'll try and talk sense into you. He did roll a little higher, so.
Do I have time with the workings of the traps and everything? Do I have time to pull out the poison chip or not? Stuff it in my bag for now. The burnt.
That's up to Ken if he wants to give it to you.
Oh, okay.
And do you have any cinnamon in your bag of spices?
Would you mind us using it on foes later, or is this of sentimental value?
Give me 1 second, because Ken basically just has the burnt chunk in front of his mouth. He's like, he sniffs it. Is like, I really don't want to do this,
And he's convincing you not to do it.
Yeah, he gives it to Ghostini. What was the question about cinnamon, spices,
And everything nice?
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you have
Cinnamon.
any cinnamon in your spice pouches?
I don't believe that's part of the spice rack.
It's not.
Yeah, so no.
What should I roll for attempting to cook a steak on a Warhammer?
You use a Constitution check, and if you're
Alright.
you're not proficient with chef tools, so it's with disadvantage.
Ooh, disadvantage. Let's see what we get.
13, and you're using just one item.
Yep.
Alrighty. Do. I need to go pull it up. Shouldn't be that hard with just one item with disadvantage. What do you roll, a 13?
Yep.
Alrighty. It looks like you have a nice little cooked piece of meat. Might be a little medium, between medium well. It's not burnt, but it's not juicy or with the seasoning that Ken usually puts on it. But it is definitely edible.
I was going more for a medium rare, but I'll take what I can get.
You're not the most skilled on cooking. You're not using proper tools, so...
Honestly, I have to ask, how does Ken feel seeing somebody cooking on a Warhammer and it turning out better than...
Doesn't even care. Ken cares more about the dish that he ruined.
Yeah, I don't think he's paying attention to you yet. Unless you bring it up
Feel
to
too
him.
heartbroken over his burnt food.
Do I have time to use the poison kit or not?
Yes, you can.
I do have time after the traps.
Yep. The traps were made during his cooking.
Oh, okay.
What does Volo and PP want to do?
I don't know what I want to do. I'm just watching as we're wasting food.
That's a lot
I'm
of
not
food.
wasting food. I'm not wasting food. I'm going to eat what I cooked.
You're gonna eat that. You're gonna eat that burnt.
No, he made himself about a pound of
gotcha.
meat just for him to eat.
I'm just gonna eat whatever one of my rations.
Not a bad piece of meat. Perhaps I should have put some salt on it, but again, it's at least meat. Oh, I suppose you can. Oh, we should probably let you know. If you have any magic casters with you, we're definitely looking for those who can use ice magic.
And why are you looking for ice?
There's this tar beast out there. Was it further north than our settlement, or
Yes.
It's farther north.
further north of our settlement? There's this tar beast, and fire seems to make it more active, while the ice slows it down. Now, if we could build a big enough pit of fire, we could probably ultimately destroy it. But we could probably also shatter it if we freeze it entirely. Oh, also for those who are using Beyond 20, the extension lets you roll from your D&D Beyond character sheet and to roll 20. You hold down Control to roll at disadvantage.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna go make something special. Mining grave. the 3 initials that matter, and this snowstorm will be the perfect way to craft the metal I prefer. He'll excuse himself, and he's probably heading outside, if anyone wants to stop him.
I'm busy with the poison kit. Did I make anything?
Oh. Yes, you can roll Volo.
On at disadvantage. Unless you have cooking trained. Oh,
Cooking
you do.
utensils.
Goddamn.
Jack of all tools, no disadvantage needed.
Ooh, nice. Better than what I made.
And the poison kit from the burnt meat.
And yes, you're able to collect the burnt meat in your poison kit. Or what are you trying to do with it, I should ask. What are you trying to do with your poison kit, Ghostini?
Liquefy it to where it could maybe be a binder of other poisons
Oh,
to
it's...
attach other poisonous objects to.
You don't have the right tools to liquefy the meat right now, but it is definitely bait. If you can make it smell better, animals might come to it.
Okay, we'll do that then.
So what does Ken want to craft? Does Ken want to try again at cooking? Or is Volo cooking for everyone?
I think Volo was cooking for himself. He's using my Warhammer.
Oh, how many items are you cooking with, Volo? That's the question to ask.
Did any of us think to put salt on our meat?
1. With a 21. Ooh, very nice. Volo, can you roll me 3d8s, please? Five, 4, 1. Awesome.
Oh, hey, why didn't I, did you need me to roll anything?
Nope.
Okay.
You hit the DC.
Ah.
You hit the DC not to be poisoned.
There we go. And is Volo cooking for everyone, or just for Ken?
I want to pick up my tankard, give it a good look, see that make sure there's nothing, floating in the water.
There's a little stick bug.
I just want to make sure what Volo's doing. Okay, and Ken, through Volo's magical cooking. Not magical, but rather delighted cooking. I had to roll and see what you get. You're able to have advantage on your cooking checks during this next hour.
Oh. Nice. Alrighty then. With Volo's little assistance and the pleasant and simple taste of the steak, Ken will be like, I don't know if I have it in me, but I'll try to meet higher standards. And waddles back to try again.
Well, this will be about after an hour and a half of you trying to clean out your pots, get everything done.
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
Why not try a slow cooked item instead of trying to cook something fast? put plenty of water in there, let it simmer and all that, let the flavors really come out.
I mean, it was an experiment. I've never actually used a magical item like your tankard, so I don't know what it could have had inside. Also, the just probably just didn't clean the pot properly, so too many variables. But if you don't mind letting me try again, I'd be more than happy to cook for you guys.
The dragon will come in, give Ken something of a rather nice quality. It's tempered. It's rather nice. Looks like the blade is pointed down, dull-edged towards you, sharp-edged to himself as he gives it to you. This may help out if an item would help you cook better than cooking with commonplace. Be a master of your craft with something of good intentions.
Ken will gratefully take it. I do my best every time. I am sorry that I disappointed you last. Hopefully, I can make up for it this time.
I made a mistake on my hammer, and so did our dragon friend here. Meat was good, but I definitely should have added salt or something to it. I wanted cinnamon, but I guess I won't have to help him search for that one.
Cinnamon is a rather expensive spice. Let me see what I can do for you guys. Ken takes out his spice kit and just starts working on some meat.
Well, like I said, I'll help you find that one. It's the spice that I want.
There you go, Ken. That is what the knife does as you're cutting. Everything goes nice, warm, and loose except for right where you cut it at.
Nice.
He doesn't know this. He's just trying to be friendly, nice, and he's still rather tired.
Yeah. Once again, Ken will say thank you for the knife as he is cutting away the meat and prepping it. Yeah, just meat and spices this time. A simple dish.
Well, go ahead and roll your chef tools with advantage, and roll those two ingredients.
Yep. What was the advantage? As you said control was disadvantage.
You can just do control and do disadvantage. I'll take the highest number from those.
And shift gives you advantage.
Okay, that works. Yeah. Roll. Oh, there we go. Woo! And I need one more cooking because one didn't pop through with advantage. Ooh, that's much better. Yeah, Volo, Joel, and Ken would notice this small little thing. As you're cooking, you're starting to notice it glow. But even though that you didn't add any essence to it, this thing's glowing rather brilliantly like you're already working with magic items. Something isn't right with this whiteout.
Huh. Anybody else see that?
And I need a 2d8 from you. When you work with items normally, there's usually no added mystical effects. This seems very off-putting.
I want to take a sip out of my tankard from the snow I melted.
Nothing happens.
All right, like I got some water.
Oh.
Yeah, do you know where I could possibly, or how we could possibly grow tea? Or should I ask PP that? Actually, I will ask him that. That's a plant, so you probably know how to grow it.
Oh, more about those, yes.
And sliding over to PP. Excuse me, his small friend.
Mhm.
Do you know anything about teas?
I I've had tea before. Is that what
And
you're asking?
can you grow it?
I yeah, I can grow it. It's just like every other plant. You can grow a plant. You can grow tea. Just need the right conditions.
Well, you're a druid. I don't know much about druid craft, but I would assume you could manufacture those conditions.
Excuse me.
For the next 24 hours, no one can be terrified, frightened, and you all understand primordial Sylvan.
I didn't get what. Wait.
That's awesome.
Let's see here.
So
Sorry,
no
I'm
one can be frightened at all.
One secundo. I'm looking something up because I can't remember something.
That's fine. I'm probably gonna.
Even me to speak it?
Everyone who eats this dish can.
Oh, okay.
My current ability, I am unable to grow something instantly. But it can eventually be a thing. I could make it sprout, but that's about it.
There's all sorts of things, and a nice drink of tea would be nice. I had tea a few times back in my old village when I was living with among the goblins.
Oh, once I am confident enough with my abilities to be able to channel that kind of that energy into it, I'll be able to do it. But like I said, at this current moment and my current abilities, I cannot do that.
Hey Ken, have you ever had goblin stew?
Isn't that like hobo stew?
No, it's made with actual goblins.
Oh,
I do not wish
I've
to
had grilled
partake in
goblin
eating
before.
such a dish.
Whenever there was a cave collapse, and we just scoop up the bodies, throw them in a pot, and throw in whatever other stuff we found, cook it up, and it fed everyone else.
Yeah, that sounds like hobo stew. As Ken presents the meat to everybody, it's like, here you go.
I guess
And
I'll try it.
picture on Discord if you'd like to see how it looks.
It smells good. And she tries to bite.
There's salt, crusted herbs in there for the spices, a nice glaze and au jus sauce from the bottom of the pot.
And you had advantage, which really came in handy.
Yeah.
From the worst dish you have ever cooked to one of your best.
You have redeemed yourself, my friend.
Much better job.
Although, the burnt can still be usable for some really nice bait.
Oh, that I have no doubt. It still hurts just looking at it though. And thank you, everybody. I'm glad I met everybody's expectations. As I offer some meat to Joel as well.
He will take it. But the food is oddly magical, even though you guys did not add an essence to it.
shit. Okay, computer. What? Shit. Okay. Oh.
So yes, I will get the others out, and we shall make our way north to meet you all when the time permits.
We will wait here with you. It's better that we chop together than alone.
Oh yes. Did they tell you what's up north? I'm sorry.
I did. I did inform him.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Good.
A beast
Uh.
of tar. It is most unsettling.
Yes. That is the one further up north. Did they tell you about the ice salamanders and the unknown creature that we came across on our way down here?
They did not. Maybe I can be of some insight if I've recognized your descriptions.
Kidoki. Well. Uh. Ghost. I motioned to Ghostini. You were the only one that saw the weird tentacly thingy, correct?
Yet I believe so.
Uh.
None of y'all saw it? Oh. We can do better on these silent languages from scouting far away, right, team?
If I remember correctly, you were the only one that saw it. Uh, but you informed us about it, and that's when we went around the tentacle one.
Yes. Stuff that comes from under the ground.
Yeah.
Cold. Tentacly. Cold. Yeah. Not natural.
And once she described the big one that was underground, uh, I will accompany the food with a little story, I guess, of beware the blue salamanders, the snakes made of ice, a snaking body of blue flame, the ice salamanders of the mountains. They sleep in the day and hunt during the night. They blend in the snow and become night, nigh invisible to the eye.
Ooh.
Hunting impacts, the small ones roam while the big one sleeps. Their hides as thick as trees, arrows scratch off its hide, hammers bounce off. The best way to carve it is with a turquoise knife as blue as its hide, but not of ice. The creatures hate its wicked sting that shreds the ether. Beware my warning, and not venture past their lair, for an enemy far bigger sinks north from there.
Wow, that is very descriptive, at least.
Well said. Well said. I could not have put it in better words.
I mean, it's bardic knowledge to its truest sense, technically.
Yeah. We have not heard of beasts being of salamanders, but being similar near Quinny's farm, about 2 days south from here, that have been taking the living forms during the winter months. Seems the land is slowly being uncleansed of any kind of blessing.
Hmm. So more information about what's out there, really.
Yeah? Well, yes.
Question, my friend. What kind of I'm trying to figure out an in-game way of saying of what class he is. What kind of skills do you possess? Mine are for fighting. I have a very powerful build.
I am simply a worshipper who is here to smite those who want to speak against or ill-fated against the one I worship. I am not one that smites, but I am one that will protect.
Might I query into who you worship then, if it's not too much trouble?
Oh, it is never too much trouble when one seeks knowledge. I gotta go get the damn name.
Also, can I ask that? I have to ask that because I have to go soon. I have to go to work soon.
Okay.
Not the works.
I'm also going to hit the Mexican restaurant up that's right next door to my job, so I can probably leave by like 8:40 and still have time to do all that. So
Just make sure to account for how long they usually take to cook your meal.
I'm just getting some bean and cheese tacos.
That is pretty quickly, yeah, but I come into a cross where I'm waiting like 10 minutes because of the car in front of me. So
Yeah,
annoying.
just going to get some simple bean and cheese with bacon.
Hopefully they don't roll low.
They don't
Make it
burn the
raw.
beans.
Uncooked eggs.
Who
Frozen
what?
cheese.
But
Who
yes,
was it that was surprised when I was able to tell that you had made borracho beans?
I worship the god of Tamara, a wingless dragon who believes in mercy first, rather than call to action.
I'm sorry, the what now? What was the name?
Tamara.
Tamara, Tamara, I love you.
I don't have religion, but could I roll it or a history to see if I know that name?
Go ahead, roll me religion would help you out here.
Me.
No.
Okay.
I roll history to see if my knowledge of, but just basically my knowledge from the past and all that, would let me know what his class is. Like, I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but I wanted to see if I could figure it out.
Luckily you have advantage, Volo, and you are a dragon. You know it is a lesser god of Bahamut, a wingless platinum dragon. Burnished scales. Yeah, go ahead and roll history.
All right. 15.
You can devise he's a cleric of some sort.
Really, the way he was talking made it sound more like he was a paladin.
He does not smite, he protects.
Yep.
Mm.
That's what clued me into it. Ken is like a little bit happier and like a little bit more giddy, I guess you could say, as she's like shuffling left to right, like rather, and she's like, never heard of another a dragon god worship religion, right? That's what they call it, right?
Well, depends if one seeks. But I have been able to commune since most of the places to do so are lost.
Well, why not build one?
I am not a builder. I am rather a cold smither.
We're smiths. We can do just about whatever we want, though.
Want to make sure the details are perfect. I need to find one that can work with masonry tools to slowly craft in the way that I need it to. To do so otherwise is blasphemy.
I must ask, do you know anyone who is able to harness their rage?
I do not. The one that I have seen after the apocalypse, or rather before, because we have a family, is about the size of the small one, setting up traps. And the one that we share is rather a mixture of both. I and her.
Ken is a little inquisitively, and he's like, I don't know much about blasphemy, uh, but I know that sometimes when I just like make a little dirt pile, and I try to talk to Zorquan, like they answer, and it's very nice when they do.
Question.
Yes.
I'm not saying anything, just listening and observing. And depending on the answer, I may or may not relay. uh, when Joel is talking, is he looking to the left? Is he looking straight ahead? Is he jittering with his jaw? Kind of clambering up?
He speaks in a slow manner, keeping eye contact with Ken, and trying to keep very polite and professional, but he does not want to break eye contact. He doesn't look, he just follows where Ken's head is moving.
So he seems very truthful.
Yes.
Okay. I do not need an inside roll for that. Okay.
And I think we should call it here. It is now 8:30. How'd you all enjoy the session?
Oh, I nod and say.
I had a lot of fun, even though I fucked up my cooking.
Hey, it was all in character, and you guys seemed to have fun with it.
Yep. Let me go ahead and take off.
We got bait.